Hey everyone, my name is Edwin.
And my name is Antonio, and welcome to our first episode.
Today we'll be going over why we decided to name our podcast A Short Journey. So, Antonio, tell us about that.
So, we went to a retreat here in the Diocese of Raleigh in the Short Journey Retreat Center.
Yep.
And that's where we had our experience. But what was this retreat about?
So, this retreat is called Alvernia Youth Retreat, and it's based off of the Franciscan charisma, the Franciscan way of life. And it talks a little bit about how St. Francis of Assisi had his encounter with God on that mountain, La Verna, which is Alvernia, what we call in Spanish, Mount Verna. And we also talk about the encounter we have with God, the encounter we have with ourselves, and then the encounter we have with others, like the other people that are living the retreat with us. It's a 3-day retreat. It's amazing. If you ever get a chance to live a retreat, any retreat, definitely go. We totally recommend it.
Yes.
So, when did you live your retreat, Antonio?
So, it was after you. So, I lived the retreat in 2016, and you...
I lived it in 2010.
2010. Yeah, so this retreat had a very impactful, a very meaningful impact in our life, and that's where it kind of originated. And how did you arrive to this retreat, Edwin?
I was nervous.
Do you remember?
I do, because this was the first time that I was away from home for more than a day. So it was the first time I had ever been, away from my parents, away from family. I lived it when I was 18, so it was the first time that I was kind of like out of the house for more than 2 days at a time. And I was nervous. I was kind of wondering what was going to happen. I was curious at the same time. I knew I wanted to live the retreat, but I was still curious and kind of nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I had never lived a retreat like that. I had small little vigils and stuff like that, something short, but not a 3-day experience. So that's what I remember. The clearest one is the nervousness, the like uncertainty of what's going to happen. That was the main thing. So how about you?
Well, I was looking forward to it. So my parents had already lived the retreat. My brother had lived the retreat 2 years before, and I was looking forward to it. I knew a couple of guys that were in the team, and I just didn't know what to expect. Like you said, I've been to other retreats. I had gone to retreats that are 1 day or a couple of hours, but never 3 days, and with only youth members.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But I thought that was cool, but I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
I had no idea of what was going to happen, but I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But 3 days there, how did you leave?
Oh, wow. First of all, it's an unbelievable experience. You really truly encounter God. So I left with God, obviously. I mean, we were never really away from the church or anything. We were never, we were going to church all the time and all that, but it was the first time that I had a really truly personal experience with God, me and God alone, right? So I left with hope. I left with, things to look forward to. And I knew that I wanted to join the team, that I wanted to help in that retreat because, they had mentioned it. But funny thing is, I didn't join immediately after. It took me a year to join. But I left with hope. I left with a lot of love in my heart. And I actually kind of didn't want to leave. And I think that's, and you might, attest to that too. But a lot of us, we don't want to leave, when we leave retreats like that. You're in so much peace. You really retreat from the world. You leave everything behind for 3 days and you're just alone with God and your brothers and sisters. And it's awesome. So that's what I left with. How about you?
Well, I wasn't a bad guy. I thought, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do in life, but I wasn't there. I wasn't there yet. But with this retreat, it helped me. I was positive. I kind of had an idea, like I said, but it put me towards the right path. So to serve others is how we truly live a purposeful life and a life with meaning. Serving others, and I found that out in this retreat.
Yeah.
So from then, I found out that what I needed to do in order to live a full life, in order to live to the fullest, in order to enjoy and be happy. Because I was pretty, I was pretty like well rounded, but I wasn't like jumping up around happy, jumping up around in like enjoy. No, but this retreat taught me how to enjoy life and live happily.
I'm sure when you saw us all jumping around and having
Oh
fun,
yes, that
you
was
were
it. That was like, man, I want to do what they're doing.
so. Well, yeah, that was fun times.
But how has your life changed since then? I mean, this was a while back, but what about all the time in between?
Well, I mean, it helps. It's helped me personally, and my wife, in so many ways. It's spiritually, socially, with friends, with family. It has prepared us for a lot of things, especially now in our vocation as a marriage has helped us with that as well. It has helped us have a more positive outlook on life, and kind of look for God in all situations, and see God in other people, even though they may be harsh to you, or they may be going. We never know what they may be going through, right? And that could explain why they're a certain way. And before then, I didn't really look at that, or I didn't really stop to think about that.
Yeah,
So, but now it's like you try to see God in everything and in everyone. Obviously,
that's
you
right.
don't do it all the time. It's really, really hard.
Yeah.
But at least now you have the tools to say, okay, now I know. So, how about you?
Well, I think, like I said, serving is one thing that I didn't really think about before prior to the retreat, but after I knew I needed to serve in order to be good. Like if I'm not helping the parish out, or if I'm not doing anything to help others, like I feel like, man, what am I doing? I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything. So I get anxious to do it. And it's a good thing because through that, man, I've learned so much through helping others. You learn so much from them and then from God. And that's kind of like where I started going towards after the retreat, serving others. But like you said, you learn and you meet people and you learn so much from them. Like actually to have friends and brothers and sisters in Christ where you can talk about anything and people look at you and are like, man, these guys are crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so, through Christ you find true brotherhood. Through Christ you find true sisterhood, true family.
Really
and it joins
refreshing.
you. I feel like I've developed a better relationship with my parents, with my family, and with my people around me, people at work, people at church, everywhere.
Right. And also too, to clarify, just because we say that we have friends through God, through Christ, through the church, that doesn't mean every single time we're talking, is only about the church. It's only about the faith. Yes, it's a lot of it, but we also have fun. We know how to act up. We're still young at heart, and we know how to have fun. Obviously, at a healthy way, and and have fun without having to be so influenced by everything else.
Yeah, just live life, man.
Just live life. Exactly. So now, how are you prepared for your journey in life?
Well, you're never really fully prepared, but you can prepare. Like if you plan a beach trip, well, you obviously have to prepare things for the beach. And if you prepare a hiking trip, you have to prepare things to go onto the mountains and hike. So what happens if you pack shorts to the beach, to the mountains, and it's cold?
Yeah.
Now you have an unpleasant experience and you're whining and complaining about everything. Or if you don't take food, you don't take water. Let's say you go to the beach with jeans. Now you can't get into the water, or you got sand in your brand new shoes. You got to prepare for the destination.
Right.
So there is a way to prepare for life, and that's to live with God and help each other out in preparation. I feel like the church has always prepared me or helped me prepare for my journey.
Yeah.
How about you? How do you prepare for the
Well,
journey in life?
It's like you say, we can never be fully prepared, but we do have the tools, at least some of the tools to confront situations, like to, you know, encounter with, let's say something happens. Now you have certain tools that will help you figure out, how do I go about this, right? And because it all comes down to like your choice, and God has given us that free choice, and He helps us with that choice. But we just have to be, you know, open to it and let Him guide us. And you know, He's like our compass, really, like our GPS in life, you know, in our journey. So from point A to point B, how do we get there? We need something to take us there. So if you let God take you there, you know, the journey will be really easy.
Yeah. So are you prepared for your journey? Are you prepared for the destination? Like, where are we going after this journey? We either go to hell or we go to heaven. So we can prepare for either one. Are we prepared, or how are we preparing? So let us help you, and you help us reach that destination, reach that that preparation necessary.
Exactly. And to clarify, just because we're here talking to you doesn't mean we're perfect, doesn't mean we know everything about the faith. We're always learning. So let us know. Let us know anything you want us to talk about, anything that you're curious about. You know, let us know, and we'll definitely try to cover that. We also want to learn too. Like I said, we're learning along the way. This journey, we're all learning together, right? So we just want to, you know, help you. You know, we've had that, I guess, that enlightenment of like, okay, now it's time to help. Now it's time to help our brothers and sisters. So yeah, guys, just like, comment, subscribe, share this with friends, share this with family members. You know, we just want to talk. We just want to, you know, have fun, obviously, along the way, because it's a journey.
Yeah, and we have a lot to put out there, but let us know what you want to talk about, what you think that the youth is struggling with, and let us know in the comments what you want to hear from us, and we can share.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys soon, all right?
All right.
Pax et
Pax et
bonum.
bonum.